Hello and welcome to my brand new channel Review the 250, your first stop for all the latest and greatest news, reviews and analysis. Welcome back to my analysis of Marvel Cinematic Universe phases 2 and 3. This is part 2. If you want to go and have a look at part 1 first, you can go back on my channel. Sorry it's had to stretch over 3 videos. It didn't intend it that way, but there is a lot of material to cover. So that being said, let's move on. Film 3 in Phase 2 is the Captain America sequel. Captain America The Winter Soldier is what it's been released as. And there's been a surprising amount of spoilers to this film already. You know, considering it's quite far away. It's released in May 2014. I think that's US, but it will be in UK roughly about the same time. I'm going to tell you a spoiler, so skip about 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this. Skip it now. Robert Redford, who's a big actor in this, he's playing a bad guy. And there's rumours, he confirmed this in an interview, accidentally, and there's rumours that he's going to be superior to Nick Fury in the S.H.I.E.L.D. Organisational structure. So that should be very interesting, because they've always said that Captain America is going to be more of a political thriller, as opposed to just a action superhero film like all the others. It's going to be more thriller. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be very S.H.I.E.L.D. orientated as well. I think the Captain America is going to be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. more so, more bordering on something like the Secret Avengers. In addition to the cast, Anthony Mackie, I'm trying to think whether you know him from Adjustment Bureau. He had a part in that. He's coming in and playing the Falcon. The Falcon is a hero from the comics, and he flies due to his wings that he made, all that are made for him. But he flies with metal wings, if you like. And one of his more obscure powers is he can communicate through birds. So he can see through birds' eyes. He can communicate with birds. And I mean that's it works great in the comics, it really does. But I think for this for this film particularly, I think that maybe they'll get rid of that power simply because it's so grounded in reality. I think he's just going to be a normal kind of agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. but with this special, a lot like Black Widow and Hawkeye. They're just people, but they're good at what they do, and I think he's going to be one of them. I think it's going to be very S.H.I.E.L.D. orientated. Black Widow's already revealed in the set photos to have a a big part in the film, so it's going to be good. I mean, I always said that I love Captain America, the first Captain America, the first Avenger, possibly even more than Avengers, which is quite a big deal because obviously it made a lot more money at the box office. It was technically a lot more successful, but I'm very much looking forward to Captain America. I just don't know what it was about it. It was just really hit home with me. I really liked it, so that'd be great for August. It's a long way off yet, but hopefully we should be able to get some trailer maybe at Comic-Con. Definitely some more news and rumours, definitely. So all to look forward to. The fourth film upcoming in Marvel Phase 2 is called Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I'm not surprised if you haven't heard of it, because it's a Marvel property that a lot of people haven't. It's going to be looking like a really great film. There's been a lot of casting announcements so far. They include Glenn Close, John C. Reilly, Benicio del Toro, who's absolutely great. For him to be attached with the Marvel project is great news. Karen Gillan, who people will know from Doctor Who. She plays Amy Pond, the Doctor's assistant from that series, and she's very good, really like her. Zoe Saldana, who plays the female Avatar, amongst other things. She also plays Uhura in both Star Trek films, so she's great, really glad we have her on board. And also Chris Pratt. Now, Chris Pratt plays the lead character, Star-Lord, and I was a bit unsure about this casting, really, because the only thing I've actually ever properly seen Chris Pratt in is Wanted, and he plays James McAvoy's douchebag friend. The bit of an idiot. I don't know whether you've ever seen Wanted, but just look him up on IMDb, and I don't know. I don't know whether he's strange. I mean, obviously he must work well. You know, I'll put my faith in Marvel, you know, to do a good job. But we'll see, because I think he seems more of a comedian. I thought they'd maybe go for someone more like Tony Stark, you know, blonde but more chiseled, maybe, you know, a bit more, got some more about them. Chris Pratt. I mean, you know, it might be really good. Yeah, we'll have to wait for August 2014 to see that one. There's rumours that there's Karen Gillan apparently is playing the bad guy. Zoe Saldana is playing Gamora, the kind of female team member, and also there's the other characters are Drax the Destroyer, Groot, who's a talking tree, and Rocket Raccoon, who's the talking CGI raccoon. And that's interesting as well, because a lot of people are sceptical about how that's going to work, and are Marvel kind of losing the plot a little bit. But I think it's definitely angled for more of a family film, perhaps. With a bit of a, you know, an attitude, sassy raccoon a bit, you know. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to it. They've released, Brian Michael Bendis has written the comics leading up to this. So if you, I think they're on like issue 4. If you're very interested in kind of keeping up with Marvel Cinematic Universe, I really would recommend going down to your local comic book shop, just asking them for issue 1. It's quite a recent comic, so they should have a copy, and just, you know, have a little look, because it's really playing out to be good. Iron Man's in it as well. I think they're really trying to make a go of this Guardians of the Galaxy. But that's a good thing. I'm quite looking forward to it. I mean, I've read all 4 comics so far, and they're really you know, looking good. There's something about it, and I think Rocket Raccoon is quite the draw. I think I think he's going to be quite a good character in it. So, but we'll see how it goes anyway. This finally brings us on to the 5th film of the Phase 2, which is going to be the Avengers Assemble 2. Possibly the most exciting, because it's the end of the phase and it brings all the characters we've kind of met together. So I assume Guardians of the Galaxy will be in there a bit, as well as the other existing Avengers team, which would be great. And as already there are some rumours, Joss Whedon himself has actually confirmed that the characters Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are going to be a big part of Avengers 2. Now, for those of you who don't know Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch they are 2 mutants, believe it or not, who are actually Magneto's children. And basically what happened, there's been a bit of a problem, because Fox completely owns the rights to X-Men, but they kind of share the characters. Avengers are not allowed to mention Magneto, mutants, or anything like that. As far as they're concerned, they're not part of the X-Men universe. They are just part of the Disney Marvel, you know, because X-Men are trapped all over at Fox. There's nothing they can do with them. But then we also found out that in 20th Century Fox, they're releasing X-Men Days of Future Past. There's been a bit of controversy over there as well. There's a lot of controversy over this Phase 2. Because they are also using the characters in their 2014 film. So it's a little bit gutting, really, because it's like, well, we just want you to focus, make it good, Joss Whedon, and don't try and use it as a kind of way to compete with Fox, because it's not really necessary, and we don't want you to dilute the characters or anything. We don't want you to muck it up, basically. So that was a little bit odd news, especially as they've got like so many characters they can use already. That are just kind of waiting in the wings, and they have to pick these 2 relatively obscure characters that not a lot of people have heard of. So we'll see how it goes anyway. Quicksilver's rumoured to be played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, that's right, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played Kick-Ass, and he's great. Absolutely, I think he's a really good actor. And I think he's going to be. He should be a great Quicksilver. Scarlet Witch has been rumoured now. I'm afraid her name escapes me, but she plays the girl who gets kidnapped and abducted in the Lovely Bones, and I think she's great as well. So I mean, these are only casting rumours at this point, but it's really, if that happens, it'll be pretty good, a pretty interesting development. Also, we might be likely to see Thanos in this in this as well. We don't know whether he'll be the main baddie, but he might be there pulling some strings in the background somewhere, just like he was in Avengers 1. Anyone who kind of really took notice of Avengers 1, if they stopped till the end, they noticed that Thanos, the main baddie, turned around, gave him a little smile at the end. and it was all very, very cute and very lovely, but really exciting. Like from a fan point of view, it's great. So we're gonna have a big showdown. I mean, apart from that, not a lot of about Avengers 2 is known yet. We might get some more updates at Comic-Con, but we do definitely know that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it, so that's great. And that really concludes Marvel Phase 2. It's very exciting. It's all going to be got out of the way by, like I said, Avengers 2 is coming out May 2015. So over the next 2 years, we'll have got Phase 2 out of the way. But it's very exciting. I mean, a very good set of films. There's not one I'm not looking forward to. Really, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is the one I'm looking forward to most. And like I said, Captain America is my favourite. So it would be really great to see that as well. And it's just going to be really good. I mean, we'll see. It's five films. Phase 3, if you go along to my next video, and I'll be doing Phase 3, a breakdown of Phase 3, see what you think of that. A little bit less is known about Phase 3, but there is mass speculation and rumours flying around because, Marvel do this. They've got it all planned already. They know exactly what they're doing. So now and again things get leaked, things are uncertain about whether they're going to change them. It's still announcing release dates, so we'll see. It's all very exciting. But that was my rundown of Phase 2. So just to recap, we've got Iron Man 3, 5th highest grossing film of all time. Thor 2, The Dark World, Natalie Portman is in it and everything's running smoothly. Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, coming May 2014. Everything going fine on that respect as well. Will Phil Coulson be back in it? We'll see. Guardians of the Galaxy, brand new, is Marvel playing it a little bit risky, especially with an August release date? Are they trying to go, is it going to do well? We'll see. I mean, with a cast like, Glenn Close, Benicio del Toro, it should hopefully do well. We'll see how it goes. And then obviously the finale rounded up Phase 2 in May 2015 with the Avengers 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link as well down to the bottom with any information on all the films. And just see what you think. Please feel free to leave a comment below. It really means a lot to me for your feedback. And I'll link everything down there. I'll give you my Twitter, my Facebook, my email address, anything you like. Expect the second video soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. And whatever you do, please subscribe.